Hey, this is Matthew Rhodes, and I'm joined by Matlock Town manager Paul Phillips. Paul, 1-0 defeat today on the opening day of the MPL Premier Division campaign. Just first of all, what did you make of the players' performance this afternoon?
Both teams huffed and puffed. Thought I thought we was poor in possession. Again, I think we've got to solve a problem that we keep looking at, and we don't score enough goals. Obviously, we know our need for a forward player, but I think we need to sort of solve it with playing two up front. And for me, the only time that we did look a different prospect was when we went with three at the back, two up front with Andre and User. So I've got to shoulder a bit of the blame there. I think we've been trying to probably carry lads and wait for lads to come to the table with performances. Even last week, obviously we got through last week, but today, we huffed and puffed. People set standards in there and people got a lot to say. But when it comes out on that pitch, I think too many today fell below that standard. And like I say, I'm not just going to blame the players. I think as a coaching staff and as a manager today, it's sort of hit home that no matter where we play and how we play, we've got to try and get two players up that pitch and cause them more problems.
Yeah, I think I'm right in saying that Matlock's only shot on target arrived in the 89th minute, I think it was. Are you concerned about the sort of like a lack of cutting edge up front? 'Cause it seems as if Hughes, while working very hard, is not quite getting the support that he needs.
I think we did, yeah. I think that's been evident. Obviously, that's what we brought Callum Chippendale for. I asked Nathan Valentine to come in and to do it today. I thought Reece Deck worked hard. I thought he was poor in possession, as I just said in there, but I thought he worked damned hard, and Reece tried to get involved as much as he can. But I think, listen, it's glaring you in the face that when Andre come on, we looked more of a threat because we had two men up the pitch, was closing down quicker. And I feel sorry for defence because I think, listen, we know we're strong, at the back we're strong, and that's where you always build a team from. But we asked him to defend for too long a period last week, this week. And I've got to solve it. I've got to solve it as a manager. I've got to solve it. I've brought players in. I'm not for 1 minute calling any of the players, but we need to get a system in place. And we're probably searching for our identity a little bit in a way of how we want to play. I think it's very easy for some lads just to go straight up to Liam Hughes, and I think we overlook on that every time. I think obviously easy way out, but sometimes we want to pass the ball, we want to move the ball, but we didn't do either today. We got caught in between. Don't think they really created a hell of a lot until we pushed through the kitchen sink at them. But it's disappointing because I thought we'd cause them more problems on set pieces, which we didn't, because we won every header on set pieces and we didn't get into the second ball. But like I say, it's one of them today that you've got to suck it up. They've scored a goal, we haven't. They probably looked a bit more of a threat going forward. They've kept the ball better, and they probably deserve the 3 points. I can't get away from that. I'm not going to hide behind the fact. But we're better than that today. We're better than that today, and like I say, it's up to me and my management team to make sure we put in place and put it right on Tuesday.
The club are without number one choice goalkeeper John Stewart at the moment, but Rowley, who's come in for the last 3 games. Again, I thought he did pretty well. He made 2 really good saves in the second half. How pleased have you been with his contribution to the start of the season?
Been ever so well, like I say. I think we've kept, I think it's 5 clean sheets in the last 9 games or the last 10 games. So I think, like I say, the back four and the keeper is getting an understanding, but I think as a unit, Yates was superb today, Qualt, Sam, superb, Twinner. I thought as a unit, I feel sorry for him for conceding the goal, but again, because we've asked him to defend for that long of a period, that's why we conceded it. And I think it was a sloppy goal to concede. I think we've not put any pressure on the ball back into the box, and then we've not obviously got out the box quick enough. But it's one of them that if it goes in the other end, then you're quite happy with it because he's recycled the ball and asked a question of him. But we didn't do that enough off our set pieces, which I thought we would have done better.
And the next game is coming up pretty soon. It's Tuesday night away against Quorn. What's going to be the approach for that game? Do you think there will need to be a few changes anyway, just because it's not a long space of time before having to play again? Or judging from what you've seen today, do you think a few changes will need to be made anyway because of that?
I think you've got to freshen it up. We're playing Saturday, Tuesday for the foreseeable future. I think you've got to change it. For me, like I said, and I think without going back on the point, we need to look at how we can get 2 players up the pitch, whether that's a 4-4-2, 3-5-2. You can put systems in place, but again, if we don't win the first ball, we don't win the second ball, or we win the first ball and there's no second man running, then it doesn't matter what system you play. But we're going there. It's a 3G pitch. I think last week we've got to get the happy medium, because last week we had Dan in there and we had Joe Coven in there and we wanted to play a nice pretty football when we got the ball. Today we had Reece, Deck, we had Valo and then Bondi come on. I think we've got to get the right balance of having people that can go and do their horrible work and people that can get the foot on the ball and open space for the two wingers or the two wing backs, whoever it may be, or to use his feet. And I think that's down to myself. I think I've got to look at that and make sure we pick the right people for the right game. But I just didn't think we did enough today. We huffed and puffed, and I just don't think we did enough. And I think we again, it's too easy for some lads in there to set standards and then just take the easy option and just lumping up to Uzi, which we've got to get out of.
Okay, well, commiserations today, Philo, but good luck for the FA Cup game against Corn on Tuesday night.
Thank you.